Hello and welcome to another edition of ESO with Ninja Monkey. Today we're going to be talking about stealing, and more specifically we're going to talk about raising up your Legerdemain, or however you pronounce this. This is my bespoke Lani Akea, and she needs to get her Legerdemain up. I would recommend before doing this that you pick up the Dark Brotherhood. At least get the skill line here. The Thieves Guild is going to directly benefit from raising your Legerdemain, and as soon as you can, which is level 3, I believe, put a skill point into Trafficker. So you're going to need a skill point to start this off, and what that'll do is double the amount of things that you can sell or launder. Alright, let's talk about the route. See that lady carrying a box down there? She is one of the few people monitoring this dock. And where is this dock? Pan out here. This is Glenumbra over in the DC area. There are many more stealing spots available, but I'm going to show you this one. We're in Daggerfall City. The way shrines here, if you're going to be doing this a lot and you're not in this area, I recommend picking up the Rosy Lion. It's like $3 grand, and it's a free port after that. And you'll pick up about $3 grand just doing this route. And then we're down here on the boats, the Lydia and the Hot Spur, and we're just going to pick them clean and go over here to the Outlaws Refuge and fence some stuff. If you're new to this, I recommend changing some settings in the gameplay section. Make sure auto loot's on, auto loot stolen items on, and auto add to craft bag. I would also turn on or off prevent attacking innocents. If you pick up the Blade of Woe, turn this off for this activity specifically. That way, if anybody gets in your way, you can just kill them. So there's not going to be, you see this guy sneaking around here, there's not really going to be a need for you to do that if you're hitting the right things. Everything down here next to this boat is not stealing. And you may recognize this area if you're from DC from when they do the anniversary event. This is where the guy gives you the cake. Leave that other little boat alone. That ports you somewhere, and you don't want to port somewhere. So the lady walking up and down the dock, be mindful of her. Assassinate her if you can. See, she's already dropped off her package. She takes this route here, goes up the stairs, mucks around for a second, puts down her box, and then walks all the way back. She's the only really important person. I mean, you don't have to steal anything off the dock. You can just run straight up to the boats, and as long as you don't see her, you're fine. If you're going to kill these two, I recommend killing this guy first. If you're going to do some pickpocketing, it's also a pretty decent idea to pickpocket them twice and then assassinate once. Really, I'm not too keen on doing the assassinations. There's another guy at the head of the dock there. I don't know if you can barely see the pixels, but you can also assassinate him. So all these boxes on the dock here, the free stuff down there for just to add to your provisioning stuff. Maybe kill these two guys, and then we're off. On the Lydia, be careful of the box lady, and then that's it, man. Just come in here. You don't need to sneak. My settings are the way they are because I'm going to take everything. Go up the backside here. Yeah, there's some stuff on the tables, but I prefer to hit up mostly the crates. We already hit those. We got these barrels. And if you want to speed up this section of the video, go down to the little icon and hit forward, speed times 2. Hit up all the little bookshelves, especially if you're new, or your alt's new. Possibly get you some skill points that way. We did the forward, we did the aft, now we do the hull. I like to skip the kegs. Focus more on the things that can be laundered rather than sold. The stuff that comes out of the kegs isn't going to be something that you can launder. Armor's good. I would sell it last, because if you run out of slots for selling, then you can always go decon this stuff for materials. Or if it's green, you see in the right hand corner that I picked up a green. Those actually sell for pretty good, so you might launder it. Yep, you can take the bunnies off the wall. The pie is a food item, and much like the kegs, I'm not particularly interested in that. There's a bunch of little bric-a-brac in there. It's not here now. You can loot these books and these alchemical. But there's a thieves trove that spawns here-ish occasionally. Be reticent of that. And if you're really interested in it, I'll grab these. Maybe run in from the very beginning and start all the way forward and work your way back towards the door. Alright, so once you've cleared the first boat, and you see I've got 81 out of my 102 slots already full, and if you've just generated your character, that's probably going to top you off. I think I have some other things. You can just run. I didn't even jump. I just ran at that and make it to the other dock. If you miss and you end up in the water, swim all the way up there, run all the way around, and get back up to the dock. You notice I haven't snuck once. There's nobody looking. This is working as intended. This is more of a starter area. They want to give you a bunch of stuff. There is somebody on this boat, but once again you'll see that I'm not sneaking because I know where they're at. Little pile of money there, don't ever miss that. The other thieves' trove is on top of this cupboard. I don't bother with that door. There's a box through it, but why hit the loading screen? Here is the other person. You notice they're faced away. If you're super interested in having a good time, you can kill them and grab the barrels behind them. There was nothing even to grab this time around. Head to the aft section. Nothing particularly interesting up top. Maybe a box or two. But as you notice, I'm already up to 94. And the reason why it's not jacking up even quicker is because since I focused on these cooking ingredients and things, they stack up pretty good. You can be more selective about this. Try and get more treasure-like items rather than materials. ESO Plus and the craft bag lends itself very nicely to this method. Get all them rabbits. Because when we launder all of these things, I'm going to skip the armor. See, I'm already maxed out, and what'll happen is when I hit one of these things that won't stack, yeah, there we go. It'll hit that. And I go ahead and keep looking because and we'll close that up. If it's green or gold or blue or purple, I might dump one of these cheaper items just so I can pick that up. Alright, looks good. Gotta run back up to the Thieves' Refuge. If you're still not full at this point, you can assassinate this guy really fast. Just stand behind him and give him a whack. Get a couple of these kegs, a couple of these barrels. And then you can usually loot this stuff here. Alright, so I got caught. What do I do? Well, there's one guard up here. And if you know his path, you're never going to get caught. Can't talk. I'm in a load screen. Alright, here we go. First person on the left is our fence. That's who we want to go to. There's a really good order that you can do this in. I recommend starting with sell and starting with your miscellaneous and changing the value to where the most expensive things are on the top, so that you can get the most money out of this. I would sell everything but the lockpicks. We will sell them eventually, but we're gonna save them for last. Then consumables. Make sure there's nothing in the recipes, motifs, patterns, things that you can learn. If you don't know it already, I already know this recipe, and I can tell because it tells me in the upper left-hand corner of the tooltip there that I already know this one. So I'm gonna go ahead and sell it. But if you didn't, don't sell it. Don't launder it. Just go back into your inventory and learn it. You can learn it when it's been stolen, so don't bother with that. Again, I said I would save the armor for last. You want to make sure you sell these things off first, so they're not stuck in your inventory. The rest of these things can be deconned for a mild resource gain, but just selling them off is fine. And see, I've got 55 out of 110. If you hadn't put that one perk into Trafficker yet, you won't have 110. You'll just have 50 slots that you can do, and you probably won't be up to 3 with just doing the sell. So go to Launder, and we're gonna do at least 50 in Launder as well. Launder materials, and then for this one, flip the cost. And what we're trying to do now is make sure that we get as much out of our inventory as possible. So yeah, these will sell faster, but this will take up 10 of your laundered slots. So just like that many, and then I've got all this left in my inventory. No. So we swap it around the other way. We sell it that way. So once you hit 50, then that Legerdemain, if you've sold 50 and laundered 50, should hit level 3. Put your skill point in so that you can sell the 110. Now notice I already went over the 110. This is why I've saved these other things, so now I can sell this stuff to A, get it out of my inventory, and B, still get those points for them. Like, you can just destroy the stuff, but this is 95 out of 110 and 110 out of 110, and we did what, 5 minutes? I believe this number resets at like 8 p.m. my time or 11 p.m. Eastern, and then you get a whole nother 110. So if you wanted to make this a big thing, do this right before. Yeah, see, it's telling me I got 6 hours and 41 minutes before the daily limit reset. And yeah, so 8 p.m. for me. If for some reason you didn't hit this number, go back out to the boats. Just go right back out there. Oh, I'm going to pay off my bounty real fast.
Isn't it remarkable how things keep...
And I'll run out there real quick, and you'll see we made a couple thousand gold. I recommend to newer players that you go ahead and make 8 character slots worth of characters that you want to play in the future. I would recommend a stamina and a magicka build of each class. So stamina magicka Templar, stamina magicka DK, stamina magicka Sorcerer, stamina magicka Nightblade. That fills up your 8 slots. And since you're only really going to be playing one character, have the other 7 characters during downtime or when you can't find someone to play with doing this. Alright, so let's find that guard. Unless somebody's messed with him. He's normally right around here. Yeah. There's one card, but that's not the guy I'm talking about. Alright, well if he doesn't want to show up, that's fine. Well, maybe it is that one. Nah. So we haven't reloaded anything. And you see this stuff is already good to go again. It's already respawned. So you can literally just run in circles on this if you want to. If you do both boats and you need more slots, I'd go launder and then come back because the respawn's not quite that fast. And you'll get really quick at this if you're doing this on a regular basis. Which I would recommend. So would that take 5-10 minutes? Raise my Legerdemain up from the beginning of 5 to most of the way through 6. That's pretty good for a day's work on one alt. I found that it normally takes 12 to 15 days to raise this up all the way just using this method, and it dumps a bunch of stuff into your inventory here. If you've got the craft bag. And this is the stuff I just picked up. So I'll be doing a few more of these entry level videos. Let me know if you have any ideas for videos that you'd like to see in the future. Oh, they added a lighting effect to Lighthouse. That's pretty neat. Alright, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.